Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the College Football Tailgate. It's me, XFL Jim, joined by my co-host, Eric, Uncle Rico. Man, how you doing?
Dude, first of all, I need to apologize for the people. I mean, I was so effing high on these Georgia State Panthers, and then you're at home
Oh,
you give that freaking gutless of a freaking effort. Like, gutless of a freaking effort. Like, what was that? Oh my God. And you know
I think
what?
we need to officially come out as a podcast and say we were wrong about Georgia State.
You know what? We'll take the negative with the positive. There were certain schools we nutted. South Alabama,
Yep.
Kansas.
Oh, you were all over Kansas.
But this Georgia State team, like, I think my 5-year-old nephew who just got his first tutty over the weekend, I think he could run for a $105 on this defense. This defense can't stop shit.
Yeah, they're real bad. They're real bad. I'm sorry too for getting on this train.
But I have to say, the worst performance of the week. The worst performance of the week goes to my team in East Lansing.
Oh, buddy.
I mean, like, that was just, first of all, Mel Tucker, I will give you a round of applause.
He got that bag. He got that bag, dude.
You got $10 million, and you are the worst college football coach now since Scott Frost is gone at a Power 5. You are awful.
The current Colorado coach is really bad.
Awful. You are awful. You are so flipping bad. Like, there's absolutely no adjustments from the Washington game to this game. You get Jalen Reed back, your dynamic playmaker. I'm giving him the ball right off the gate. He didn't have a target for the first couple series. Then I see all these great quarterback talents in America, and I see Michigan State roll out Thorne, who's awful, hasn't made any developmental steps. You drive all the way down. This guy, like, honestly, I think my old ass is more of a threat in the RPO than Thorne. And you run RPO with Thorne, and he fumbles the ball. You had a chance to score a tutty, could have completely changed the course of the game. Then you get the ball back. And the next play, it's like, oh, let's go a screen. Oh, there's a defensive lineman right there. That doesn't matter. I don't see him. I'm going to throw it right at his face. He had 2 turnovers in a row, and you're still trucking him out there. It's like, what are you doing? And, like, I said at the beginning, I said this was a god-awful hire. Michigan State panicked when Fickell turned him down. They went to Mel Tucker. Mel Tucker, look at the Pythagorean win total, dramatically overachieved. LSU is going to come in. Michigan State completely panicked. $10 million a year. $10 million a year.
For that. Locked into a bad situation.
They're locked into an awful situation, a god-awful situation. And I said this was going to happen, and all my little Michigan State, oh, no, he's a great coach. He is awful. Did you see how much? He looks like he was wearing a goddamn sauna suit. He was sweating so much. Jesus.
Should have waited for Narduzzi.
Narduzzi ain't coming back. They tried to get him. He doesn't want to come back.
I kind of get it.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, so here, this is the story. So Michigan State had a great pipe. Like, can I go on a tangent here?
You could go on as whatever you want.
Michigan State had a phenomenal pipeline to, like, all the athletes in Detroit and all the athletes in Northern Ohio, because there's this guy that ran this football camp that everyone went to. They brought him on. Okay. One of the guys that he brought on assaulted a girl. D'Antoni handled it completely awful, threw this guy under the bus, made this guy the fall guy for it, this coach. And then boom, there went the pipeline to Detroit, to Northern Ohio. And ever since Michigan State lost that, it has not been the same program. You have KJ Hamler going on national TV when he played at Penn State saying, hey, I didn't go here because there's some bad guys here. And that can't happen. And that's all because of what D'Antoni did, and the program hasn't recovered from that. Don't get me wrong. D'Antoni, what he did to get the program to that state was phenomenal. But he did the program dirty at the end by throwing that guy under the bus, and we lost the pipeline to Detroit, and now the talent lover is severely gone.
He did a lot dirty at the end, it seems like.
Oh, it was awful. And then when we talked to our boy J-Dub, it seemed like Kenneth Walker just backed into the situation at Michigan State. It didn't seem like it was like destined from the beginning. So it's just, I don't know, man. Like it is so gut-wrenching. But with that being said, it's October. Maryland doesn't cover in October. Give me Michigan State +7.
I want to take Michigan State so bad in this game, but I think Maryland's good, so I don't know. But I want to go on a little bit of a little tizzy before we get into the picking the games this week. Even in weeks that Nebraska doesn't play, I feel like I take shots just based off of Northwestern. It sucks. We get like ricochet shots from how bad Northwestern is. And like they opened the season and they looked like they could win the Big Ten West. I hate everything. You ready to pick some games now?
Okay, can I go on a tangent?
You could go on as many as you want.
I need a couple tangents here. Now, question 1.
Okay.
Rumors are coming out that the Arizona State staff was
actively sabotaging Herm Edwards, yeah.
And then we see Buffalo put up 50 at Eastern Michigan. I didn't think that was true, but then after that game, after Buffalo hung a 50 burger, and Eastern Michigan could only put up 31, I'm starting to sip that little bit of a juice.
I'm starting to believe it. That was a huge letdown spot for EMU, but
that's number 1. Number 2, I think that UMass just ran another quarterback power behind the center for 2 yards.
Yep, they're going to keep doing that. Only works for Southern Miss. Oh, that'll only work for Southern Miss.
Texas game was great. Great game. I was a little disappointed. Great call by you. You had Texas Tech. Florida, just come on, Florida guy. Just take the knee, get out of Dodge. We don't need any of that stuff. We don't need any shenanigans. We don't need it. Just take the point. Colorado State, like, what's up with the Mountain West? Colorado State just lost 41-10.
Boise State lost to UTEP.
To Sacramento State. Navy got back on it, beating Eastern. But in one of the most bizarre games I have ever seen in my life, Arkansas is marching down the field to go up 21-7. KJ Jefferson tries to do the Jamie Foxx Any Given Sunday Superman from the 4-yard line, fumbled, returned 99 yards. I have never seen a game flip on a flukier play. And then what was their OC doing? Oh my God, I'm spacing on his name.
Kendall Briles?
That was an awful game plan. Like what Pittman, listened to Pittman's post game. He basically threw him under the bus without throwing him under the bus. But
the nicest way possible.
But with that being said, I don't trust Alabama in the trenches. I think this is a wake-up call.
That's a lot of points. It's a lot of points.
And I wanted to text you. What did you get the over-under in Iowa or Rutgers?
34.
I mean, Jesus, dude.
34, dude. It's brutal. Iowa scored 2 defensive touchdowns.
Why? You're kicking a 51-yard field goal with 6 minutes left. Why are you always punt the ball in that situation there? Why are you kicking the field goal? Charlotte is awful as soon as their quarterback gets hurt. As soon as their quarterback gets hurt, you gotta just
They suck. FIU we might discover a new worst team in college football every week. FIU right now is that team to me.
And did you see
73-0? Are you fucking kidding me?
Did you see Louisiana Monroe beat
yes
Louisiana? Oh my God. I'm glad I didn't bet Stanford, Arizona State, San Jose State.
How about Cal actually scoring over 40 for the first time, and I don't even know how long.
How about Kansas being 4-0?
Not ranked, though. Rank Kansas, you fucking pussies.
I mean, that's just unacceptable. Let's look at the Mountain West standings real quick.
It's probably gross. Hey, I think we were both pretty high on UNLV.
Yeah, they're leading the West. They're 1-0. I
They
think
could be they could make a bowl game easily.
we got a future in San Jose State too, I think.
I think we do. I'll look it up.
And
I actually have it right here.
somehow Wyoming's 3-2. I thought they were going to be a bottom 5 team.
I know we really thought.
Somehow Wyoming's 5-2, 3-2.
We had SJSU over 6.5 wins, and I think we had a little bit of a future on them to win the Mountain West.
Who was it? San Jose State?
Yeah.
Jeez, let me pull up. I got so many sports books.
Yeah, that Wyoming under 5 wins is not looking as good for me.
I know, dude. That I'm not gonna lie. Probably out of all the futures, that was the one I was the most confident in, and it's
Buffalo under 5.5.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Buffalo.
And then Georgia State over 7.5 is looking dicey.
Who is it? Oh, Georgia State, dude.
What about ULM? I bet under 2.5.
Jeez, they're at 2.
I don't know if they get another one. Marshall over 6.5 is looking good. Oh God, there's so many.
I mean, I'm looking at one book. Wyoming under 5, dead. San Jose State over 6.5 at plus 125. We got life.
We got life on that one. Boston College over 6.5 is terrible.
These are all bad.
Florida State over 6.5. Oh wait, I had Florida State under 6.5.
I mean, I think our 40-1 Tulane has wheels.
That has wheels. That has life.
I think that has wheels.
NC State to win the ACC has life.
Liberty under 7.
It's still possible.
Oh my God, they're 3-1.
Colorado under 3 wins is looking really good.
Okay. Oh, big rumor I heard. Big rumor. Big rumor. Guess who? Dude, UMass over 2.5, not looking good. Guess who? Georgia Tech is going to potentially make a run after.
Who?
Guess. Think Atlanta.
Is it Dion?
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd go there with the requirements they have.
Yeah, that's the one thing. But dude, he'd own Atlanta, dude.
He'd own it.
I don't, and like, who knows? Like, I don't know, like what his academic standards are at the places he coaches and Georgia State and everything. But I'm just saying that right there, that's a needle mover for Georgia Tech.
That'd be massive.
That's a needle mover for Georgia Tech. That moves the needle for them. And I'm gonna say it. He's coaching at a Power 5 next year.
It's probably within the next 2 years. I'll agree.
No, I think he's going.
Think it's next year?
I think it's next year.
So which one do you think which ones are going to open up? We think Auburn will probably open up.
He's not going to.
I don't think he goes to Auburn.
I honestly see him go. I could see him go to Arizona State.
Arizona State will be open. Colorado will probably be open.
Colorado's going to be open probably next week.
Do you think we keep the string of a coach getting fired every week?
Dude, that'd be awesome.
That'd be hilarious.
I think he'd go. To me, Georgia Tech makes sense because it's right in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Arizona State makes sense because it's in the South. It's the Southwest.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to go to any Texas program.
I don't think I'll go to any Texas program. I don't think he goes to Nebraska.
It's going to be something in the Southeast or Southwest.
Yep.
I mean, but part of me wonders if he's just waiting for Florida State, though.
I was going to say, I think he's just waiting. He was hoping Florida State was going to have a down year.
I mean, do you just stay there, wait for Norvell? Norvell's getting some recruits, so that's the thing, dude.
That's the thing. Norvell's looking pretty good right now.
You know, that's the thing. I don't know.
It's a tough spot. I found my worst bet on my spreadsheet. Colorado State to win the Mountain West. Easily the worst bet.
The Mountain West is so flipping bad.
I got a 10-1 on K-State to win the Big 12.
That's looking juicy.
What else did we get? We got Iowa to win the Big 10 West at 4-1.
Doable.
I don't know what their odds are now. And then we had Tennessee to win the SEC East at 11-1.
I like that.
And then I talked with Chase, Florida State to win the ACC at 20-1.
Okay. right.
I don't hate it.
And I'm looking at another book here.
And then I've got
UCF,
I have NC State to win the ACC as well, and then
UCF over 8.5.
doable. That conference is weird. It's doable.
I
It's
mean,
still
South
doable.
Alabama over 5.5. That could be that. I think that's our best bet.
I mean, I'll have to scroll through mine and find my actual best one, but that's,
I think right now they're in the Fun Belt, right?
Yep.
South Alabama 3-1. Uncle Rico only needs 3 more wins, and
I mean, the easiest one already cashed. It was Kansas over 2.5.
Oh yeah, I mean they have Louisville and Louisiana, Monroe, and Georgia.
God, some of these we were really wrong on. Texas Tech under 5.5 is not looking like it's going to happen.
I think my worst one was Georgia State over 7.5.
Probably.
What about what's UAB looking at?
I don't have any UAB tickets, but they're looking strong. They're looking good.
UAB, what are they at? They're not in the air.
They're the CUSA. That's a gettable conference.
Yeah. They're at 2-1. We're sitting at under 8.5.
There's a lot up in the air. I think maybe at the midpoint of the season, maybe week 6, we should reevaluate all our picks, like our future picks.
What's Ohio at?
What is Ohio? I think they have 1 win, 2 wins.
All right, so Buffalo's 1-3. That under is looking good. Ohio's 2-2.
Yeah, but the Max Wild, they eat each other, so who knows?
The Max Wild could be your biggest understatement of your life.
It is a massive understatement. You ready to pick some games this week?
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go.
So I'm going to go through all the Thursday and Friday games just because we won't be able to actually break those down on our morning show at all. So what do you think? Utah State at BYU. BYU minus 24.5. Plus 1050 on the money line for Utah State. Over under at 60.
I would bet the over or nothing.
I like BYU minus 24.5. I think Utah State is booty cheeks.
All right.
Tulane, Houston, 2.5. Houston's a 2.5 point favorite, plus 120 on the money line for Tulane.
Fun, dude. They're getting fights on the sidelines.
Yeah, I'm on Tulane money line plus 120. Maybe dip a little on the over 55.5.
Yeah. Yep.
But I like the money line. I like the money line for Tulane. At the very least, I don't think this line is going up.
This was at 3, so it's going down. So if you're watching this now, like in Tulane ASAP, that means as soon as possible.
Yes, I think this line goes down because if I would have gotten him at 3, I would have loved him just because, because Houston just loves playing in overtime games. UTSA minus 4 on the road against Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee State coming off a win against Miami. Plus 150 on the money line. Over under set at 63.
I would lean UTSA, but I don't lay points, man.
I don't give a shit. I'll lay points on the road. I'm taking UTSA. This is a huge letdown spot for Middle Tennessee. Meet, motherfucker. Welcome back to the CUSA. San Diego State versus Boise State. Boise's a 6-point favorite on home. Plus 205 on the money line for San Diego State. Over under at 39. Boise State. Bachmeier out at quarterback. He's transferring.
Where to?
Who fucking knows? Probably nowhere.
Community college?
Who knows? He could go D3. I like San Diego State here. But I don't like either of these teams at the moment.
Yeah, this is a pass.
Yeah, it's probably a pass. I don't know. It's a gross game. Washington minus 3 on the road to UCLA. UCLA's plus 130 on the money line. Over under at 66. I like Washington here. UCLA's been dicey all season.
I would take UCLA just because the fact Miss El Paso, that FU plays for Washington, and she stood us up on the live stream on Saturday. So, FU Miss El Paso.
Well, that we'll be recapping this game because this is a Friday game.
Okay.
I don't know. UCLA's been dicey all year. I don't trust them. In the last Friday game, New Mexico versus UNLV. UNLV is a 14-point home favorite, plus 450 on the money line for New Mexico, over under at 43.
I mean, that's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points, but New Mexico's really bad. I guess I slightly UNLV, but I don't like that.
Sometimes the best bet is no bet, Jim.
That's where I'm at with this one, and I love UNLV.
Uh,
So now that we're on the Saturday slate, let's go back and forth, Eric. Give me one of your bets.
Oh, dude. Am I really going to have to take Navy plus 14?
Oh, who the fuck is in that game? What? You're taking Navy plus 14 against Air Force?
Air Force is banged up. Service Academy's played tight, but we're not going to do it. We're going to wait for the 7 on Kentucky.
You're waiting for that.
We're going to wait for that 7 on Kentucky against Ole Miss.
Oh, you like Kentucky in this matchup, huh?
Yeah.
I lean Ole Miss.
Okay. All right.
Maybe it's the way Kentucky played Miami of Ohio, and I guess Miami of Ohio is a good MAC team, but I can't get that out of my head that I think Kentucky's like good, but not fantastic. I think they're very beatable.
All right.
6.5 is a lot of points, though.
Yeah. What's your next one, my friend?
Oh God, How do I not take Army minus 7.5 versus Georgia State and just flip the script? But I don't trust Army either. My next pick is Louisville minus 15.5 versus Boston College. Yes, it's a big road favorite. How does Boston College score points in any game? Their offense is so fucking terrible.
It's awful. Their offense is awful. Like, you can't even trust them, dude.
Might lead an under 51 in that game, too. I like that. But I like Louisville minus 15.5.
Yeah, I see it. God damn it. I really want to take Texas State plus 21.5, but I can't do it. I think 10.5 Utah laying to Oregon State's just too much.
That is too many points. Utah just lost a huge piece on offense, too.
Yeah.
I think one of their linemen.
Yeah, I would go there. I mean, USC didn't have a holding penalty call on them all game. I mean, they got so lucky. It was just a brutal game. That's way too many points. Oregon State's good with that defense. I'll take Oregon State.
God, how do I not take Iowa as a home dog against Michigan this week? 11 points? Are you kidding me?
That's a lot of points. It opened at 7. It's moved up 4 spots.
Yeah.
Oh man, give it to me. I like them.
Iowa does weird shit. This is like the perfect Iowa upset game.
The perfect upset game is Northwestern taking 26.5 on the road at Penn State.
Don't even touch that, dude. Don't even touch that. Northwestern's going to get blasted.
I kind of like Wake plus the 7 against Florida State.
I love Wake plus the 7.
I gotta take Michigan State plus the 7.5, and
I like Oklahoma State money line versus Baylor, by the way.
Yeah, I like Oklahoma State here. I don't think Baylor's that good. I'm not a big Iowa State guy. Iowa State's down.
Which one were you saying?
Michigan State plus the 7.5.
Oh, you're getting back on that wagon?
Dude, you kind of have to. Maryland in October, Michigan State bounce back.
That's fair.
I mean, how do you not take Kansas plus the 3.5?
I'd take a money line.
Arkansas 17.5. I just don't trust Alabama in the trenches. I think this game is going to go up a little bit.
I'm with you on that one. I feel like Texas Tech, K-State's going to be a little bit of a dogfight. 8 points seems like a lot.
Yeah, that seems like an insane amount. And Jimbo, what do you feel about this statement right here? Okay. CMU getting 7 at Toledo. I kind of feel, just hear me out.
It's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. They played Oklahoma State. They played South Alabama, who's vastly underrated, one of the better teams in their conference. And they played Penn State. I think they're more battle tested than Toledo is.
Toledo coming off of a long road loss to San Diego State. I'm kind of there with you. Fire up damn chips.
I kind of like.
I'm gonna sprinkle a little on that money line.
I kind of like Miami, Ohio here.
Yes, I did take Miami of Ohio as a dog. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Mississippi, Texas A&M. I want nothing to do with it. I kind of like North Texas here. Anything over a field goal.
Man, I've been burned too many times by North Texas. I can't, in my good conscience, bet them. I just can't.
Old Dominion on the road.
I like UTEP -3 versus Charlotte. I know it's a huge letdown spot, but Charlotte is fucking awful.
Especially if their QB's not in. LSU laying 8.5.
It's a lot of points.
A lot of points. I like NC State plus the 7.
I like Georgia -28 versus Missouri.
I like. Oh my God, who else do I like?
I like Duke -2.5 versus Virginia. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. I think that's
give me your top 3.
Michigan State, Arkansas, and I'll probably lean CMU.
Okay, if I'm going top 3.
Oh, so I really need to say this. You know what the best bet in college football is right now?
James Madison University to cover any spread because I think they're 3-0, 4-0.
No.
Oh.
You're not even close, my friend. Adrian Martinez.
Oh, his rushing props?
Over. They're constantly set in the 30s, and he's like just ballooning over it every single game. Like, I mean, I don't think they're out yet.
They're probably not, but I'll check.
I mean, I've just been hammering that every single game.
Definitely
no, yeah. And I mean, you look at him. Let's play a little guess that number, Jim. Let me pull him up. Can you guess what his lowest rushing output has been for a game?
42.
Adrian Martinez's lowest rushing output for a game has been 39, and his over-under is always at 31, 34.5. Like 39, 52, 59, 148. It's going to be interesting to see. I've hit it the last 3 weeks, man.
I need to jump on I jumped on it last week and I hit, so I just need to keep riding this train.
I mean, I think as long as it's in the 30s, it's definitely just a play, just because they have no down the field threat. He doesn't take sacks. So I mean, that's my best bet as soon as that bad boy comes out.
Okay, my favorite bets.
How do you feel about UConn plus 24?
It's a lot of points. My favorite bets are the over 52.5 in the Purdue Minnesota game.
Okay.
Kansas money line. Oh, gosh. And Kent State -11 versus a bad Ohio team. You want to talk battle tested? Kent State has played Washington, Oklahoma, and Georgia as they're out of conference.
And they're laying 11?
They're laying 11 against Ohio.
I mean, why don't you just put on your big boy pants to a Kentucky? What we got here?
You know what? Fuck, I'm going to give you my big spread parlay on this show. I'm going to do it. Fuck everybody.
Wake Forest, Michigan State.
Here it is. I'll give you a big boy big spread parlay. Coming at you.
That nice little 4-teamer. Ooh,
I'm doing a big boy one. You want 4-teamer? I'll beat your 4-teamer. I don't give a fuck.
You'll see my 4-teamer and raise me a 5-teamer?
No. Bigger than that. God, I want to take Ohio State -41 so bad. But
Dude,
I think
cocaine?
Huh?
Dude, do you have some cocaine or something? Dude, that's a lot of points, man.
I know. I think they let the dogs out, but I think they cover that.
Jesus.
Where else we got here? You wanted it right here, 7 teams. Let me see if I want to add Kentucky. I don't, but no. Here they are, Eric. Memphis -19.5 versus Temple.
Okay.
James Madison minus 22 versus Texas State. Pitt minus 23.5 versus Georgia Tech.
Okay.
Louisville minus 15.5 versus Boston College.
Lane, big numbers. I like it.
These are all big numbers. Penn State minus 26.5 versus Northwestern.
Jeez, dude.
Arizona minus 17.5 versus Colorado.
Big boy numbers.
Georgia minus 28 versus Missouri.
Man.
Plus 8,951.
Right now stuff can change, but this is how I'm looking at my money line round robin. Kentucky plus 215, Wake plus 220, Michigan State plus 240, Arkansas plus 515, CMU plus 235. Nice little anchor piece in Oklahoma State plus 115.
Ooh, that's dirty. God, should I do a fucking money line round robin? Just to fuck around and find out round robin?
I mean that's like plus 1,500 odds that I just gave out. No big deal, whatever.
God, you're a sexy beast giving out those good odds.
Dude, talk about sexy beast. I mean, guys, if you guys watch the live stream, old Uncle Rico, when Chase was on, put together a pick six
that thing was beautiful.
That returned 37 hundo on a $72 bet.
Okay, I'm getting my ducks in a row here. Ugh, this is gonna be nasty. Have you spent any of that money yet?
Have I spent any of that money yet? No.
Yeah.
It's just kind of sitting in my checking account. I mean, I do have a wedding this weekend. So, and then the hotel may be right next to Rivers Casino.
Oh, God, I can't. That's a big round robin. Is 246 bets too many?
No.
In a round robin? It's 200. If I put $1 down, the potential payout is 24 grand.
Jesus.
For $246. It's eight teams. Okay, here it is. It's Miami of Ohio against Buffalo. It's ODU against Liberty. It's San Diego State against Boise. It's Tulane against Houston. It's Kansas against Iowa State. It's Wake Forest against Florida State. It's Iowa against Michigan. It's Oklahoma State against Baylor. All on the money line. If I get Iowa out of there, how likely is this?
Well, dude, mine I put down 290. I get back 44 grand.
I put down 246. I get 24 grand.
Yes, Jim, you've been cut off of the sports book here. Sorry, but oh man. Well, hopefully, we can keep it going. It's been a good season so far. Some of the futures looking good, other ones not as much.
I think mid-season we should take a look at all of our futures and kind of see how we're doing.
Yeah, I concur, big man.
Hell yeah, buddy. Ready to sign off? Eric, where can the people find you?
eTalk 21 Sports on everything. The live stream show with former Division III quarterback legend Reed is going to be on it tonight. Woo! We're going to be breaking down the NFL. He may do a backflip because he's a delusional Bears fan, and they're 2-1.
Dolphins 3-0, baby.
Oh, dude, I do believe there was a sound clip about you and a dolphin on my show last week.
If they go undefeated.
No, I thought you said if they won.
I might have to have sex with a dolphin. I should go to the store. I should go to Dollar General and just buy an inflatable dolphin and just bang it.
Oh, Jimbo, I love you, man.
I love you, Eric. Thank you all for watching. You can find me on Twitter at XFL Jim, on YouTube XFL Jim, CFL recaps every week. Love you guys. Bye.